I'm Michelle with 2 L's.
And I'm Natalie the Red.
And we are Force of Light Entertainment. And today we are here to review the new thriller horror film by Zach Cregger, Weapons, which stars Julia Garner and Josh Brolin. Zach Cregger, he is the one who directed Barbarian, which we reacted to last October. Definitely a funky film.
Yes,
for sure.
But that, I will say quickly, that was sort of when she told me, I hadn't even heard of this movie, Weapons. Was not on my radar at all. The only information she gave me was that she was going to see a movie and it was by the same director as Barbarians. And I thought, well, color me interested. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Very interesting movie.
And I want to let you guys know there will be no spoilers. We're not going to, this is a movie you do not want to spoil, so we will not spoil anything.
No, we don't want to do that.
No. And before we get started, if you have not yet subscribed to Force Light Entertainment and you enjoy movie reactions, you enjoy movie reviews, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also give this video a thumbs up and ring the notification bell. That way you're notified every time we release a new video. For those of you who are new here, the way we do our reviews, we'll give you our initial thought, what we liked, what we disliked, and rate the movie. My initial thought of this film was, that was one of the best films of 2025. Natalie, what was your initial thought?
That, but just, wow.
Okay,
wow.
So,
okay, yeah,
wow was your initial thought? Yeah. Okay, there we go. I like that one. Wow's a good one. Okay, so moving into, obviously we liked it. Moving into what we liked, I will go first. This movie, it is in my opinion, it is a masterclass in building suspension.
Yes.
This entire movie, from start to finish, there is always this feeling of unease, of what's lurking behind the door, that the just everything about it creates this, it's that classic suspense you used to feel in old horror films where maybe nothing even necessarily happens, but you're feeling things throughout this entire film. And I think that's fantastic. Julia Garner and Josh Brolin were standouts for me in this film. Everyone does a good job.
Yeah.
That they were stands out, and they stand out because I think they want them to. You know, they're the characters that you are following. I will say this. Let me give just a real, totally brief description. This movie, it is about a classroom of I think third graders that one night at 2:17 all leave their house and run off into the darkness. And the movie then is about...
It's 17 children, I think.
Okay, 17 children. One remains, and Julia Gardner, she's the teacher, and everyone blames her, and people want questions. So it really is kind of a thrilling investigation.
Scenario.
Yes.
To start with.
Yes, that is going on. So that's what this film is about. And I found the story from the moment it starts captivating. It was creepy. You are the whole throughout the movie, and they they will have characters say what you're thinking as the audience, basically what's going on. You know, they say it a little differently. But yeah, so that's kind of the plot of the story. Again, they definitely, I would say the main characters are Julia Garner's character and Josh Brolin's throughout this film. But again, everyone does a good job. The cinematography, I thought this film looked great. And it's one of those films that looks great. And I need to look up. I bet this has a very low budget, but it was shot on location. Just everything about the cinematography for me worked. And again, masterclass in the way it will just let the camera hang on, say, a door or something. And just the suspense that it builds when it would do that throughout this film was fantastic. So this also, I will say some people will not like this. I enjoyed it. It's broken up into chapters, basically. It will follow a character for X amount of time, and then it will go to the next one. But they all, can they bring it together in this film? And in my opinion, and that's why I give it a good rating.
It's beautiful. It
all comes together and just in a great way at the end. It all works by the end of this film.
It's almost genius, honestly.
I think it is. I think it was a unique film. Natalie, that's off the top of my mind. That's the things I enjoyed. What did you enjoy about Weapons?
But gosh, yeah, so much of what you said, and I will say, it almost even had me again, being that I'd had the experience of watching, the Barbarian, and you had also, but again, I think that's one of those, it's such a pleasure to see it in theaters and experience it together, because there's something about these movies that it's just you want to have other people in there and feel it together.
So basically go to a packed out showing.
Go to as packed as a showing as you can. I think it just really only enhances the experience, and it is an experience. That's the way I put it. But like, almost like, I guess I didn't even see it coming still, but it's not that the movie's not, the first act, or let's say the first little chunk, not really interesting in itself. It's very interesting in itself, but as soon as you start to kind of get comfortable, like, okay, this is kind of the direction the movie is going, much like Barbarian. Whoop, like tone, like it changes, and then it's not what you think, and then, like she said, all these characters that you think, like she said, maybe you're either going to love that or hate that, but you get to see it, they all become so human. You get to see everything you think, oh, that guy's a jerk, or that, and maybe they are, but you get to see everything from their perspective, like a certain day's events, or it just, and like she said, the way that it all like lets you know more, that you get to know more through each character's experience and their perception, but the way it all ties together and all the details, it's really like top of its craft type stuff, I think.
Yes, I think this is only the second film I've seen of Zach Cregger, and I think this personally, again, I think this was a masterclass in horror thriller. Because it is that, there definitely is, it's kind of, in a way, you'd almost lead with thriller, but yet then there's the bizarre horror elements that are coming at you, and I will use that word bizarre, which creates that suspense of, what am I going to see next?
I don't know what's coming.
Yes. And so it does just create a feeling. And I also, another thing I will give, whoever did the score, it definitely was a part
so much.
Yes, to this film. Excellent. It just, guys, it was something, again, from the moment it began, the second it began to the moment it ended, I was captivated. I was intrigued. And there was that feeling of like healthy doses of anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Like, a good horror film gives you some anxiety.
Whether it's fear, like you're feeling bad for somebody, but it's just, you're always like, you're feeling something.
Yeah.
Throughout this whole movie, whether it's anxiety, like she said, or, like, oh yes, I think there was a point that, and it goes on to a pretty brutal scene. I won't give any details,
and there is some moments of brutality,
and we don't want to I think that's important.
Yes.
We let you know that, like, this isn't something you want to take kids to. There are going to be moments that are going to be hard to watch.
I looked away, I think,
that
twice.
You might want to look away.
Yeah, I looked away
because it goes there sometimes.
Yes, but tastefully in moments.
And then there are moments, much like Barbarian, which I think sometimes, from what I understood, it was the humor in Barbarian, it was a little too much for some people because they thought it kind of took them out of it. There are these genuine laughs, like in this movie, you get a few genuine laughs,
but they're very genuine,
that bring moments of levity in this crazy world we're in. But they're genuine and they feel natural, and that's what makes it so great.
Yes. Guys, as far as negatives, I don't really have any negatives for this film.
Like, this was kind of incredible.
I think, like, I thought this was the best horror film I've seen in a very long time. It was excellent. People, if you like the horror genre,
it might be one of the best horror films ever. I'm gonna make that bold statement.
I'm gonna make a statement. I think it's the best horror film, definitely, of the past 5 years. I can't think of, it was, in my opinion, it was better than Barbarian. If you liked Barbarian, I thought it was a lot better. Actually,
I liked Barbarian.
Yes,
but this to me was on a different level.
It was. This is truly, I feel like this is a film that maybe 10 years down the road, horror fans are going to like so appreciate. I really do. I think it is on that level. I
really do.
I highly recommend, if you are a fan of the horror/thriller genre, I highly recommend you going on this experience, because it is, and it takes it's a slow burn at times, but I'm careful to say slow burn because stuff is happening and there's intrigue throughout the entire thing.
Yes,
but it takes its time working to that finale, and for me, the finale worked. I recommend going and seeing this with the most packed out showing you can get, just to get what, the people's comments around this like bizarre stuff is happening. Highly recommend Weapons. Again, I think this is one of the best films of 2025.
And the only thing I'll say too, without spoiling, to be such an intense movie at times, I love when there's, let's just say, a good ending.
Yes.
Like, that's refreshing. Like you can have all that, but you can still choose for it to like basically end good. And I appreciate that about this as well.
Yes. I also shout out to Alden Ehrenreich. Think how he did a good job too. Again, the whole cast, Amy, Madigan, or however you say her name, everyone was excellent.
Yeah.
Everyone did a good job. So shout out to the director of this film.
The little boy in it.
The kid actor was great. Did a fantastic job. Yeah, definitely recommend Weapons. It gets 2 thumbs up.
Like 3 thumbs up if we had them, honestly.
So now we will rate it. What do we rate Weapons? 5 being the max level of hoots, max level of enjoyment. I'm giving Weapons 5 out of 5. Again, one of the best films of 2025.
This is an easy 5. I don't really have to think about it that much. It was just like, I was excited about like leaving the theater. Actually, I'll say this too. I started to like it so much about midway through. I was rooting for it as in real time as it was going. I'm like, please stick the landing here. Please make the landing good, because this movie is like kind of incredible. And like, I just, and it did.
Yes.
It did. It delivered.
So
for me, at least,
it did for me too.
Opinions.
Yes. So go check out Weapons. We highly recommend. But we want to hear from you guys. Is this movie on your radar? Are you a horror film? Are you thinking about seeing it? Have you seen it?
Have we convinced you?
Yes.
Let us know.
Share your thoughts below. And if you have not yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also give this video a thumbs up. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, remember to be a force of light. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.